So, brother,
Yes, sister.
tell me who you are, what you are doing. Yeah.
So basically, like this is a tricky question because it took me a lot of time to find who I am, And in this world, like they call me Pratik Karki. So I am basically an instrument of the divine and doing the divine's work. So here I am involved in many different activities. So I have just been like experimenting. This is a school we serve in. We are the servants in this school. We also like run the school. We also own the school. So besides that, we are also into like hemp uh, business. So I'd like to also call myself like entrepreneur. So there is also this NGO that yeah we are running. So we are also like eco builders. So we build with earth bag, we build with hempcrete, we build with rammed earth and other technologies that are friendly for earth and also humanity, like bamboo and stuff like that. So, besides that, we have been working on developing products that are ethical, and we are kind of aligned to the idea of conscious consumerism. So we have a lot of products, like this is one of our product. This is a tea mixed with wild honey, forest honey from Nepal. So basically, this tea, like we are giving to the people, this is a cleansing, detoxing tea. So it cleanses your lungs, it cleanses your heart. So it is mixed with honey that is kind of collected, from the people, and it's not that we are like exploiting the people. Most of the benefits goes to the people, and also this quality of this tea is high in a way, because we kind of sell this tea with guarantee. So people can use it, people can try it. So after trying it, after using it for a certain period of time, if they don't find the difference, then we pay the money back to them. So basically, like my purpose in this life has been to find out, solutions to make the lifestyle of humanity easier, because I have been working on the needs of humanity. I have been researching on this. So what do we need? We need like food, we need shelter, we need air, we need water. So basically, today, the kind of world we are living in and the choices that we are taking, like the concrete jungle that we are living in, the different kind of products that we are using, it is not so healthy for us as well as the planet. But like we are involved into hemp because it is kind of healthy for the planet too, because it gives a lot of oxygen. It also helps to purify the soil. There is a lot of radiation right now in the atmosphere, so it also helps to cleanse the radiation. So basically, it is also like good in a way because we are cutting down trees in order to build these papers. And with hemp, we can actually get more amount of paper with half the land and half, total materials that are used. For example, water and all these things. For example, cotton, it takes a lot of amount of water, and today humanity and this planet Earth, we have over like 7.5 billion population, and it is radically like increasing. And yeah, we have very limited resources, and our Mother Earth has enough to provide for everyone's need, but not everyone's greed. But today, like yeah, humanity seems to have lost the way. That's why we are suffering. So that's why education, we are trying to create a way of education that helps people to free from suffering. So I'm also a healer. So I became a healer because actually the way chose me, because I was paralyzed, half of my body was not working. I went to these medical hospitals and everywhere, and they told me that I have no way, I have to go through this operation that has no guarantee. I was kind of finding these alternative medical therapies and solutions because a friend of mine, he suggested me that there are also these ways that I was unaware of at that moment. So I was totally broken, totally depressed, and then I started to look for all these therapies. So this is like when I found my master, my guru. So before that also, like from childhood, I was kind of interested in this knowledge to find out like who I was, and I was trying to discover. That's why like I researched a lot on psychedelics. But after researching for a lot of time, then I realized that this is like some temporary effect that I'm getting. The message I'm getting, I got from there, but I am not having a permanent, like reality based on this one. So then like I was looking for something like permanent. Then I found my guru. Then he kind of was an authentic guru, and he helped me to heal myself. And basically later on I found out that it is a gift for me, this paralysis and all this suffering. So later on I found out that there are like these ancient tools and technologies that are still with us. And then I started to research on it, and 10 different like modalities of healing. So then like I'm also a master Reiki healer. So besides that, there are like 10 other like healing methods. So with this I have been trying to serve humanity, because there has been like so much corruption, in all these levels. So experiencing all of it, like I have been learning, because this is the only way I learn. I don't learn by reading books or by doing like that, developing my memory and stuff like that, because that is not just me. So somehow life has led me to given me this chance, to experience a lot of things. So yeah, this experience most radically like in this education field, because I before like I was trying to find my way, what would I want to be. Then later on, somehow I became this teacher. And then like I was researching, like what was the problems of this education system, what are the faces of our society. So how, parenting and like how society and everything like integrated way can like educate a child, and where are we lacking. So after like researching, then there were a lot of problems I found. Then I was not like sticking to problems, then I was always looking for these solutions. So then like I developed this constructive education model that we have been practicing in this school. So with this model, we kind of raise the whole society in order to raise a child, because in Nepal today, the society also needs to be raised. The consciousness is not so high, because there is not a lot of exposure and people are forgetting their roots. So we kind of like help children to get in touch with their roots. We help children to connect with the nature. We kind of instill somehow, like some higher thoughts in them, because they kind of believe in a possibility that there is a world, there is a universe beyond this earth. But first, like we need to stand on this earth, our only home, to take care of it in order to, be able to take care of the bigger universe. Because the bigger universe also like in this planet earth, there is also yin, there is also yang, there is a good side, there is a dark side. So also in this universe there are all those sides, but it is all part of that truth, that reality. So that truth, that reality is actually beyond all of that. So basically this planet earth is actually the most beautiful gift, and this life itself is the most beautiful gift that we can ever have. Because I have suffered a lot in my life, I have like got a lot of pain, and this was the greatest gift to me. And sometimes like I feel that actually humanity, they need to suffer, because sometimes like we go through this pain, this anxiety, this mental like disharmonies and stuffs like that, and we panic. And today, like the society and this world has become so shallow that we are not there for each other. There is this competitive world and everything that has been created by this education system. So basically, if we can like find this fulfillment from within ourselves, then we can actually take care of each other, we can be there for each other, and we can help each other out. And then we can realize just this life, with all this suffering, with all this pain. Sometimes we have like some pain. When I was like paralyzed, then at that moment, like for me, happiness was just to be able to be free of this pain, just to be able to like walk, just to be able to like smile, because I was going through these like panic attacks. And because there were like some tantric attacks on me also, and stuffs like that. Because of these reasons, like I had to suffer a lot, but this was an experience that I really needed, because I could value life so much. And then I realized that life itself is enlightened, life itself is like sacred, and there is no greater gift that we can have in this life. Because I see people who don't have a hand, who don't have a leg, and I am like very blessed to have all this. But there is also a responsibility, and somehow the soul is always trying to look for an adventure. It is trying to look for something beyond. So I kind of found my fulfillment in this service. So just to be able to live for myself, because in the East, what is happening is the physical consciousness, the glass is not full yet. There are like still these wants and desires. If people see like a car, BMW, it is like a big thing for them. So like this consciousness is kind of filling. But in the West, what is happening right now is people are kind of done with this, all this materialism and everything. So now they are coming back. So basically, what now we are trying to do is we are trying to create a bridge for the West and the East, because there is so much that we can all learn from each other. Because the East has always been rich in these like intrinsic realities, and the West has gone way ahead, with these like external realities. So we want to kind of align it. And today in Nepal, we lack the technologies, we lack the research, we lack that innovation and everything. Though there is like talent and everything there, but we have not been able to get inspired in the right way. So currently we are trying to create a foundation for that inspiration. That kind of helps us to think, and that kind of like helps us to see deeper and beyond. So yeah, the universe has been kind. Many people are there supporting, and they are on the way. And we are kind of creating this sustainable holistic world. So we are building these learning centers for construction, for different products, and for holistic centers where people can find themselves, and they can find something like beyond themselves. They can align, and they can like service. They would never like feel lonely, because before, like I had the whole society, I had the whole world with me, but I did not have myself. But today, like I have myself, and that's why for me, life is all about giving. Because once I find myself, then I find that, oh, everything is me, and this is only like my reflection. And what I give is actually I give to myself. So I'm also like selfish in a way. I'm trying to make myself like feel happy. But in the world today, it is kind of heartbreaking to see our brothers, our sisters, like they are suffering for no reason actually. And it is even more like hard to see, them suffering like without any support. So basically, we want to create a support system in India. Like we are building this place where there is like free food, free shelter, and everything for free. So you can learn for free and everything for free. So basically, we believe that education and everything should be given for free. But we are also living in a world like this, and we also need to sustain, and we also like need to move along with the reality, but we want to create a future reality that is kind of heaven. And for that, like, we need more people. The army of lovers are coming together. And yeah, we are rising, and we need to uplift the consciousness of this planet, and we need to raise the lifespan of this humanity. And now more and more people are awakening, more and more people are coming together. So in Nepal, like, we want to create this foundation. So now we are opening this hostel where you can come, you can stay for free. It is run on donation basis. So this is a center, a foundation where together we are innovating for a change, for a social change. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and I'm really grateful that I found you, my
Yes.
dear lovely sister and brother, after so long. So yeah, it is really like graceful, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, any other questions?
Um, so in the video, and or we will give like how people can find you, how people can collaborate, like you are open for everything, I
Yeah.
guess. Like whoever interests, who wants to invest, be part of it, and so we will share those websites, those links,
Yeah.
and you pretty much make a nice frame about it.
Cool.
And is there anything more you want to say? I actually I did this before. Let's do it together again.
Okay.
Like for someone who doesn't know hemp at all,
Oh,
never heard about it or just heard about it,
Yeah.
but he has the
Yeah.
judgments about
Yeah.
it. To what you see in hemp, what you feel with hemp.
yeah. So hemp basically, like, it is a sacred gift, a sacred plant. Yesterday we had Mahashivaratri day. So basically they were kind of celebrating by smoking this hemp. So mostly like people think, like hemp is all about like smoking, but no, this is like cannabis. Hemp is a different plant, different species of plant. And there are around 60,000 benefits that we can get from it, because it is a very good like food supplement. We can find omega 3, 5, 7, 9 from it. We are also working on building a research center, hemp research center. So with this research center, we kind of are innovating hemp wood, because we already have people there, they have already done it. So we are trying to bring this technology here in Nepal to show to the government what hemp actually is. And we can also make hemp oil. So we are working on creating this hemp car run by hemp oil. So there has already been hemp airplanes. So according to research, it has been found that they actually perform better than these like metal planes and stuffs like that. So besides that, like, hemp is actually the solution, because we can also make paper out of it. Because for example, like 4 acres of hemp provides us paper equal to 20 acres of forest, like wood. And 4 acre, like 1 acre of hemp is able to provide around more than what 10 acres of forest, that much oxygen it is able to provide. So it is also like helping to purify the land. It also helps to like cleanse the radiation and stuff like that. So actually there are a lot of benefits, and it is also medicine. So now, like with CBD and all these things, there have been a lot of people with who have been treated with their cancer and other diseases. But in spite of all these happening, still the society is having this stereotypical way of seeing it, that okay, this is like marijuana, people only smoke. That is like not our concern. because there are like so many other benefits that we can get. We can make like rope. You can see like our merchandise brand. So we make bags, and we make clothes, and we make shoes. We make like everything with hemp, because this is the best material that we can have, because most of the material that we have been using in our day-to-day life, like plastic, cotton, and all these material, this is not good for our health. This is not good for our planet's health. For example, we are leaving around 250,000 tons of trash every year in the ocean, and this is like plastic waste, and most of it is like straw, like plastic straw, and like all the things that we use in our day-to-day life. So basically this plastic, the planet, it would take like thousands of years to kind of recycle this, but still it would not be possible. It would still be there just as it is. But hemp is something that comes from the nature. It goes back to the nature, so it is something like organic. So it is actually the solution, because today humanity has been suffering from a lot of problems, and this is the solution if we are able to see. So now, like before in 1976, the American FBI, they kind of made it illegal in Nepal. So now it is legal there, and it is illegal here, because the people were like forced to see it in that way, that this is like marijuana and it is kind of bad for you. So what is lacking is this education, this consciousness. So that's why, like with videos like this, there have been like lot of content, lot of uh, information that we can find today in Google, in YouTube, and everywhere. And more people are kind of opening to it. So what we are also doing is we also started the Hempitarian movement. So we are creating this global community of hempitarians, because there is vegetarian, there is like vegan, and there is like non-vegetarian. So we are, because this word is not yet there in the dictionary, so we are kind of like creating. So we are building this online shop, Be Hempitarian. So behempitarian.com. So here we are creating a platform for all hemp-based products, because Nepal is very rich. We have a lot of hemp, and 51% of land, actually more than that, is very suitable for hemp, and we throw a seed anywhere and it grows. And the quality of this hemp is also very high. So we are kind of very blessed with all this like rich resources, but we aren't able to utilize it to the max. Why? Because of the lack of right leadership, because of the lack of knowledge. So that's why with this Hempitarian movement, we want the world to come together, and the world to like speak about hemp and the benefits that it can do, because we can actually also build a house out of hemp. There is like hempcrete. We just like mix it with hydraulic lime, and this is what makes the hemp hydraulic. So it is also good insulator, good like thermal. So it is like these mud houses that we had in the past. So today, like we see in the villages, there is all these cement homes that are coming up. People see, according to their level of consciousness, these cement homes as the best, thing to live in. But this is actually not good for the planet, because the way this cement is created and the chemicals it has, it is not good for the body, it is not good for the planet, and that's why today we have mental problems and all these things. So with solutions like this, we can save the planet, because we don't have much time now. We have very limited time, and we have very limited resources. We have already come way far, and we have already destroyed a lot. So that's why, like with pharmaceuticals, with the medical industry and everything, that have been, like trying to make us blind in a way. So now they are also realizing that they don't have a solution, because they are not really helping people. So many people are having so many diseases, and it is getting even worse and worse. They take all these pills, and like this is kind of like control, making it more worse because it is chemicalized, and our body is naturally made out of nature. There are like these 5 elements. So this hemp is also a gift of nature. So basically, if we are able to utilize this gift, then we can actually help humanity. And now in India they are opening hemp clinic. So they are like curing the patients, they are curing diseases with hemp and with cannabis. So yeah, there are all this thing, and even if like we are not able to see, then we should like check what school we are going to. So for me also, like as a school, I want to teach my students that it is all about unlearning and relearning again, because whatever we learned, it has kind of brainwashed our minds. So now we kind of need to teach ourselves what is right. So whatever like we have been doing, we have been using in our day to day life, is it really like good for us? Is it like really good for the planet? And so on. So that's why like we have been trying to create different prototypes. So with this Hemp Institute and Research Center, we are creating this foundation where the whole like people of the world, they can come, they can share their expertise. Now we have people from uh, Europe. They want to build a like recycle plastic center, so we can make like hemp plastic. Today plastic pollution is one of the biggest thing that we are trying to like eradicate. We can't eradicate like that, but at least like we can try, we can help from our like little steps. And if all of us come together, and if we are taking like these steps together, then this is what creates real change. Because they say that if you are dreaming alone, then it is just a dream, but if you are like dreaming together, then this is a reality. So basically today many of us, like we are coming together, we are creating this reality. So you are also welcome. We have our platforms, like volunteering platform, learning platform. It is Awakening Dream. This is an NGO. We have Dream Structures Worldwide. So we have Divine Himalayan, we have Kanaveda Research Center. So we have a lot of things going on, and we are also hungry for knowledge. We are hungry to learn. So we really would respect and accept all kind of suggestions and all kind of support that comes to us, but only with a selfless, unconditional thing. Because we understand the sustainability part and everything, but it should not be like greed oriented, because like already we have been destroyed. Like this consciousness has been like injected with this greed a lot. So if we come like with this right intention, then we can come together and we can create a real change. And this is what the world is looking for now. So are you ready for it?
Okay.
Yay.
I don't feel my legs.
I'm sorry.
No. Delicious. Thank you.
It was nice handling.
It was really nice. I